Yeah.
I think what you're doing is really good.
Thank you, sir.
I think it's very important.
Appreciate it.
And I appreciate you standing up for what's facts. You know, there's so many people here that would just be like, disagree, you know?
Thank you. Yeah, there's such a thing as objective truth still in the world.
It's true. It's
I'm
true.
surprised you're doing it in van too. It's pretty.
Yeah.
Well, I live around here. I'm out in the suburbs.
Oh really?
Yeah.
It's a pretty liberal place though. So it's nice to see like somebody's actually, you know,
Yeah.
it's representing at
Have you
least
got
other.
any debaters though?
Oh yeah, I've had some great conversations already today. I travel all around the world now talking about this.
Do you notice like massive differences based on like which cities or?
Yeah, it depends where I go. I was just in Australia last week,
Oh, what were they saying?
and the week before, Melbourne is totally crazy.
Oh yeah.
But I also went to the university,
Right. No, the
so when you go to a
campuses,
university, it's totally different no matter where I go. If I went to UBC, I'd be
Yeah,
mobbed
yeah,
by
yeah.
activists right away.
That's actually so true.
But I've watched interviews from Australia, and they're usually really, really liberal, especially nowadays.
They are.
It's crazy.
For sure. Sydney was, depends where you go. I went to the gay district there, so of course I get more
yeah,
hate there.
Yeah, definitely.
But I find in Australia, generally speaking, it's definitely more woke.
Yeah.
They haven't been, on this issue especially, they haven't been exposed to the truth as much.
Definitely. I feel like here we've seen it a lot more recently, so we can see more what's going on, especially in schools and stuff.
Yeah, Australia reminded me of when I started this 4.5 years ago, out on the streets right here. But they'll come around. They're making progress. At least they have
Yeah.
politicians that are willing to speak up. Here in Canada, we have none.
Definitely. I don't know. I think soon though it'll, I don't know, I think it'll change soon because people are getting fed up. I can tell more and more. At least with kids, like in
Yeah.
our school, I realized at the beginning of high school, I feel people were they just weren't thinking, they were just repeating what they were being told. They didn't really have their own opinions, but now that it's being pushed more and more onto people, I feel like they're starting to realize something's not right.
Yeah, I think Gen Z is pushing back.
Yeah.
Especially the guys.
I think so. Definitely.
They're leading the way, but there's a movement happening, and there'll be a rebellion against this ideology. I was just talking to a couple young people over there, and it's just so often the case. The young woman is saying, "Well, you can just be whatever you want to be."
It's always,
Yeah,
I
like,
realized,
not at 13,
Yeah.
like not at 14.
no,
Yeah,
I don't know.
and you can't be whatever you want to be
You can't.
because females are females, or males are males.
Exactly. It's common. It's just basic biology, especially. And what's funny is 90% of the time it'll be women fighting against women, which is just insane to me. More now, I'll see men protecting women's rights than women will. Women will mostly be arguing for trans, quote unquote, like trans rights and everything else. And it's just insane.
Yes, you're right. Feminism is trying to destroy.
It's not even feminism.
The female
at that
sex.
point. Yeah. It's sad. Well,
So how come you two are so smart?
No, people disagree.
I think it's because I'm from Europe originally, so my family's not from here. I think that has a
Okay.
big price to play. At least for me. I don't know for you.
For me, I don't know. It's just like what I think. Like I'm very just like centrist. Like I don't have like. There's lots of things about the right, like spectrum that I can agree with, but there's also things about the left that I can agree with.
Sure.
And so it kind of just puts me in the middle, and I don't really have a political alignment. Like, and I also don't do a lot of research, and I don't really educate myself on it because I'm not at that point in my life where I like really care yet. But
Right.
I just like have certain views on certain kind of things in society, and that's about it for me, really.
Well, in 10 years, when you guys start getting married and having kids and all that, we'll try and get this handled by then so you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely like worried, like for the just in the generational aspect, like it is kind of a concern. I'm like, well, you know, I don't want to deal with certain behaviors and certain things like just that people think is okay, but I don't think is okay in that sense. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's just like it's more difficult now when like people want to like, and even like for issues that like don't have to do with this, like just people want to let everyone do everything at any time, at any age. It's like, no, like you need to have standards, you need to have morals, you need to have like kind of more like of a backbone, you know? And I feel like people don't anymore.
I completely agree.
But yeah, just wanted to say it was
All right.
like, it's just like good. I don't know, I thought
Thank
it
you
was
so much for
'Cause
stopping.
I've seen it on the other end, but not on this end. So it's like, it was
Yeah.
super nice to see something like this.
Lovely to meet you guys.
Lovely to meet you
All right.
too. Bye.
See you.